Let me put something over the motor so nothing falls down in it. Says you can leave this on up to 24 hours. We've given it 2 hours. Looks pretty good. It says anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the job. So we are gonna see. I'll let you see how it's working. The old paint is coming off pretty nice, actually. See, we've gotten down to the primer and to bare metal in certain spots. Oh, Lord. Hello. We got their 1965 Honda S90 that we're getting all the paint off of so we can repaint it, put it back together, probably sell it, maybe keep it. Not doing too bad. Definitely gonna need another coat of paint remover. Definitely gonna need another coat of paint remover. Definitely gonna need another coat of paint remover. Paint remover. Definitely gonna need another coat of paint remover. Paint remover. Now the good stuff about the paint remover I did get though, it's orange smelling, so everything smells like oranges, and it works pretty well. What up, gear? Where are Sam gloves when you need them? No idea. No idea. Big progress on this side. Big progress. If we can get the majority of this green away down to this old red primer that's holding on pretty good, we will be in a good spot. Not a great spot, but a pretty good one. Pretty good. Give me a second and I'll show you how good this paint remover worked. In a second, and I'll show you how well this. Get me all this gunk out of here. All the old green paint. Alright. Looks like it's time for the next coat. Let me show you how good this stuff is doing. Muted. Stripping her all the way down. Paint's doing pretty good. We're almost down to the metal on this whole side over here. All the way down to the battery box. We will pull off the motor before we paint too far, but I do have like the air intake and stuff closed, so no little fragments. As you can see, there's little fragments all over that rag. Yeah, I'm just stripping her down. We're stripping that color all the way off. We'll also be replacing the fuel lines with see-through, like, neon yellow fuel lines. So you'll actually be able to see the fuel lines. We're adding a intake, a little fuel filter intake. What do they call those? Inline fuel intake. Inline fuel filter. Inline fuel filter. So we're adding an inline fuel filter. Paint never hurt. Shake this up. Smells like oranges. Get a nice little dump in there. And then, set that back up. Dude, what are you doing? So, oh, there's little things underneath. I was like, what is going on? Why is it not holding? And then let's put this over the primer. And wherever we see some green paint up here on the top, we want to strip all that green paint and as much of the primer as possible. As much of the primer as possible. Get into those cracks. Get into those cracks. As much as possible. I'm actually almost sure that we'll have most of the bike completely stripped by tomorrow night. We are going to let this stripper, this coat right here on top, this is going to sit for probably for at minimum the next 5 hours. You are allowed to leave it on for 24 hours, 20 minutes minimum, depending on your job, it says, depending on how thick the... Now, we do have most of this off, but I want to get most of this finished on the body so I can pull the motor off. And really the hardest part is I need something to keep that from moving. Use one of my Viking hatchets to hold it in place. Boop. Looks like it'll do. Didn't I get painter tape? Yeah, let me get that painter tape so I can put this over the keyhole. I don't think the acetone will do anything to the ignition, but just in case, we'll take a little piece of tape right over top of our keyhole just to make sure nothing happens. Little piece of tape. Put that just like that. I'll rip off all the extra. Alright. Just need that right there. Just right over the hole. Can you just stay there for a second? I feel like you don't want to hold on. And it's probably because of all the acetone around. So you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I think we'll be okay. Don't want to hold on anyway. The last one of your audio on your end was off until the end. Well, maybe it was the previous one, but huh. Spray painted that cord. That's crazy. Now you are supposed to wear a mask, it says, even though it does say that there's no toxic fumes in it. I mean, just for safety precautions, I guess you should always wear a mask. It smells like fucking oranges. It's hilarious. Alright, we'll come through because I got some on this cord. I'll come through and I'll wipe off the cord. Immediately you can start seeing it work on the green. It immediately starts stripping the green. Immediately you can see it start stripping the green. The primer, on the other hand, which is supposed to be a little bit stronger than the paint when it comes to holding on, because it is what holds the paint to the metal, or supposed to help hold the paint to the metal. good amount too. Don't be shy about it. Let's do that cord. Don't be shy about it. Make sure you give her a nice good lavishing amount. Lavishing. The black lava. Okay. Now that's done. We take our saran wrap. Because we don't want the stuff to dry out, and we're going to be leaving it on there for an extended time. So you cover it with plastic. See if I'm able to unwrap this. Let me take this glove off. Alright, we got her unwrapped. So we'll start up here at the top. Hold it right into place for myself. Boom. And we'll just start slowly rolling this out. Down the line. Giving extra slack. Put it right over top of the paint remover. Oops, two clamp there. Keep going, we're almost to the end. We're at the end. We'll pull it off. Alright, do a little wrapping. Make sure everything that has paint remover is being touched by the plastic. Move on to the other spots. Nice and tight. Well, not nice, really tight. We just want to make sure you get, I don't know, 99% of it covered with plastic so that it doesn't dry up and evaporate, because then it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work once it's dry. So we're going to go around this part also. Stretch it out. Tire here, or I mean, yeah, around next to the tire. Oops. There's a piece right here. Making a cake right now is what it looks like. We got so much saran wrap on here. Make sure that's nice and touched. Now, that's enough saran wrap. I have a different type of plastic. We'll use this everywhere that we weren't able to get the other stuff. We'll tuck this into corners and stuff. Make sure that everything cord. You're doing me no justice, cord. You're doing me no justice. Wrap this around. Oh my god, what do you keep falling out for? Like, how hard do I gotta tuck you in there? How hard do I need to tuck you in? And then, alright. We don't need all of the plastic, but we do need the majority of it to be touching some type of metal. That looks good. I think by tomorrow, we will be able to strip most of the green off. Cable not charred. Chored? We do need to clean that off though. That's a nasty looking handlebar. Dirty. WD-40. Now the only thing that stops the acid from being acidy is water. So if a little bit of this oil gets on it, we shouldn't have any issues with it. Like, they use some strong ass tape on here. Jesus. Shouldn't have any issues. Give me 2 seconds, and that is not gonna be black anymore. Hey, what's up? Working on a 1965 Honda Super 90. It does run, but I am waiting on some new parts. I did just get the fuel lines in today. Got the fuel lines in today. We're waiting on the new air gasket. What else are we waiting on? Not waiting on much. The air gasket and something else. What is it? It's coming from California, another part. For some reason it is blowing my mind right now. You got any Royal Enfields? I don't even know what that is, so probably not. Did you know if you wiped it off, you said you need, so let's just, oh, the cord. Yeah. And that should have got all of the paint off of that cord already. Thanks for reminding me. All right, we cover it back up now. So that was painted, huh? Okay, so we're gonna repaint that then. Probably just do it white. Nah. If the bike is gonna be midnight blue, this probably just get painted silver. I'll need to go get some silver. Some type of silver. I'm gonna repaint it. I decided on midnight blue. We got the primer, we got the colors. Our color is actually a primer, but we still got primer because even though your paint says it's a primer plus, you should still use a primer, especially on automobiles, metal in general. Oh yeah, check out this. I'll show you guys. 2 seconds ago, this was black, and I mean, just disgusting. Oh, I got somebody working on the muffler too. They're doing some They're welding on the muffler and then grinding it down to make it smooth. Because there was like this weird shit going on with the muffler. Didn't like that. So I have a family member doing some welding for me. Not 100%, but check this out. Definitely need to be repainted. Not black. I mean, that whole thing was black. No, not too bad. You can see where it has some paint chipping. So we'll probably just do some light silver painting on top of this just before she's done. Oh, we got mirrors coming in too. Even though this model technically doesn't come with mirrors, it's like the 66 that comes with mirrors. The handlebars have the spots already where you can twist in some mirrors. So we're buying mirrors. Well, we ordered mirrors. They should be in sometime. Pretty sure that's the item that I'm forgetting is the mirrors. Anyway. Hoping to have this thing silver in the next couple days so we can paint it midnight blue. Oh, here we got the paint right here actually. Midnight blue. For metals, automotive primer. Probably just put this primer on there. That's about the same color it is already. I'm just gonna spray a little bit. Yeah, I like that color. I'll probably just prime these. I'll strip the color off of these also, and then I'll just add the primer as color, that silver. That'll work. And then, of course, you can't do any paint job without your clear coat. Shiza. I'm just throwing you guys around. Without your clear coat. So, clear coat. All Rust-Oleum. Got 2 cans of the Royal Blue. I don't think we'll go through both of them, but Royal Blue. I thought about doing like pinstripes down the side. That'd be pretty cool. So Royal Blue and then 2 itty bitty like maybe finger, maybe even just 1 white stripe down the side. I thought that would be pretty fucking cool. It is an older bike though, so people don't usually do stuff like that with their older bikes. But I'm not normal people. Hopefully we come down and like 80% of this just peels off. We waited what, like an hour? Oh, I never even showed you guys the stuff we're using. If anybody out there ever wants to strip their bike pretty easy, citrus strip, doesn't smell like chemicals, no harsh fumes, 25% faster stripping, which it does do pretty good. It stays wet and active for 24 hours, allowing stripping and multiple, but it says shake, pour into container, apply with paintbrush. Oh, it actually doesn't say you have to use the plastic. Okay, well, I don't want it to dry out, so we're gonna use the plastic. Oh yeah, where's the exhaust? Can we work on it? So the exhaust, we're gonna do a little grinding on. We're gonna clean it up all the way. We're gonna try to get it as shiny as possible. Get all the shit off of here. But it does have a hole right there. But I looked up online and apparently, did I get, is it upstairs still? I got some JB Weld high heat. Alright, so to fix the little bitty hole, because it's not big, looked up. This is what people usually use for teeny itty bitty holes. It's not big. Actually, they use it for bigger holes than what I'm using it. We'll be changing. This will be the new fuel line. So I thought midnight blue, and then this being the fuel line. And since it's an older bike, the fuel line, you literally see the fuel line like running through the bike. I thought that would be pretty fucking sick as a fuel line on an older bike with dark colors. Like I said, we'll also be adding in adding in an inline fuel filter, so we don't have to clean the carbs too often. We might not use this small one. I did get these bigger one from whatever, Ape Racing. So these are a bit bigger. These might be too big for the type of bike I'm riding, because the bike doesn't really have that much horsepower. So I might just stick with this smaller one, but we'll see. We'll see. Either one adds life to the bike. So we'll see. That one is kind of big though. I swear I ordered the smaller ones. Thought it said it was an inch. These are definitely bigger than a fucking inch. Jesus Christ. It said it was for small engines, and we'll see though. We'll see if it runs. If not, we'll use the smaller one. So, but again, I really thought that this would be a pretty cool fuel line. So 1.5 millimeter tube fuel line. So that's going to be, I feel like that's going to be a pretty dope, I've never seen anybody with an older bike using fuel line. This is the kind of stuff people usually use on their dirt bikes. So, should be interesting. I'm not going to put it back in that package now. So yeah, you know, 1965 project on its way. I'd say by the middle of next month, it'll be 100% done. By, what is it, June, July? July 10th? July 10th, she'll be complete, running. No leaks. Carburetor's brand new. I mean, this carb is kind of dirty on the outside, but everything on the inside has been replaced. Oh god, this one always gives me problems. I don't want to pop it over. It's literally spick and span on the inside. It could do with a little bit of a clean on the outside with the brush, which I can do. But really, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Carb is literally quite clean, actually. So, carb's pretty clean. Has definitely under like 500 miles on it. Air exhaust, brand new looking. Air filter. Not exactly sure how I'm going to strip this, but we're gonna change that from green to blue, obviously. Also, power pack. This is the thing that goes in front of the electricity or your battery. Put this off to the side over here. Start stripping this right now. And then we still have the fuel tank that needs to be stripped. But I'm 100% sure that I can strip the fuel tank in a day. I have this, which is actually really nice. It's a paint and rust remover. It's not plugged in right now. But it actually removes paint very well, but it doesn't get into small spots. So, there's that. Once we strip all the paint away and add the primer, we have our 220 sandpaper to give it a little sand down, which will add probably 2, maybe even 3 layers of primer. Yeah. Again, July 10th, maybe around July 20th, there might be a 1965 in like mint condition 1965 Honda S90 for sale, right around $3,000, and it runs on one kick. One kick she'll jump. 1965, 50-year-old bike right here. 50-year-old bike. Wait, 50, 65. If it was 60 to 2000, it would be 40 years. But we're in 2020, so we add another, so we're at 60 years old, plus the 5, plus the other 5, 70 years old. This bike is 70 years old this year, and it runs like it was built yesterday. What up, Bone? That's some big moves. I'm remodeling / rebuilding a 1965 Honda S90 right here. Yeah, that works. Now we just need to get these headlights off so we can strip this too. This is plastic, but that'll be okay. That means it'll probably strip fast too. Oh, box, you're in my way. Excuse me. Let's see what we got here. Is this the right size? No. What size is this? Where's my 5/8? I think it's going to be a 5/8. Not a 5/8. Oh, that's 16. That is 5/8. 16 and then. Looks like it's going to be a 15 then, since it's not a 16. What the hell? Did I grab another? I grabbed another 5/8. Your way to beautiful. Alright. Hey. Wait, is that tight? Am I tightening it? Why does it feel like I'm tightening it? No, that's definitely tightening it. Am I going to have to grab it from one side to the other? Okay, that one loosened immediately almost. Nice. I'm getting ready to build my own cabin next month. Stay tuned. I'm going to be posting. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. I still need to find a fucking house to buy. Oh, that's the horn? Hell yeah. It's not gonna work right now. Rob, it's off. No battery in it. Oh, did that break? Yeah. That's what I like to see. Little WD-40. A little Dub 40. Headlight. Little WD. Headlight. Watching movies all the time. Get your little fly. Get your little fly. Bring so high. Damn it, it's a Phillips. Why did I grab a flathead? Did you don't know what you're doing, huh? Did you know what a flathead on a Phillips is? And motherfucker. Nobody even noticed that my mohawk is completely gone. Cut that motherfucker off. Got it. Headlight. Oh, there's another screw. And it's not hanging on to anything. Oh, okay, you just turn it. Nice. Well. See that bolt right there? That's what I was looking for. I'm like, where'd them bolts go that were just holding on to the light? Alright. Oh, jeez. Watching movies on time. Like it's 1999. Watching movies all the time, like it's 1985. Watching movies all the time, like it's 1985. Oh, you'll never know until you try to touch the wine. Let's see how this works without covering up. See if we have the same success as the stuff that's covered in. We'll see if it really lasts 24 hours without. Watch your movies all the time, like it's 1985. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Movies all the time, and she thinks it's 19. Get up in here. Shoot that paint too away as we're sitting here. Man, get that paint away so I can prime this. Get that shit out of here. 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 This bike is filled. Like it's not in here. Sometimes I have way too much fun, you guys, just so you know. I got way too much time on my hands, and I be getting too much fun in my hands. took it outside and gave it a good old wipe me down. Who's still in here? What's up, guys? Who in here? Talk to me, big boy. We're gonna go upstairs and smoke in a minute. Almost done. Wipe this off and get a layer of that paint remover on it, because this can't be green and everything else. Like, it sits right there, and it'll be very noticeable if this is green and everything else is fucking midnight blue. This is probably the first time this air whatever has ever been cleaned. Air housings, what houses your air filter. Don't wax me down. Seems like we got most of the junk, dirt, and filth off of here. Should be able to add our layer of stripper onto here. We'll do the outside. I don't really think we need to strip the inside. I don't know why they painted the inside. You can tell that it's cracking and stuff in there. I think the only reason I would actually strip the inside at this point is because they sprayed it green in there, and I don't like that. That's as far as I can get in there with my fingers. I think that's good enough to, yeah, to add our first. Yeah, we'll do it that way first. Stripper. Just a little bit needed for this little guy. Ooh, just made a mess. Should be using gloves because this stuff actually does burn, especially once it activates, which takes a second to activate. That should start working almost immediately from what I've seen. Put a little plastic bag over it. shit in there. Awesome. Awesome. Sugar wood going down swinging. Totally just stuck my finger. Ow. 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 My finger. Just go there. As much dirt off of the paint as you can before you add your remover. It'll work. I mean, it'll go through the dirt. Trust me. The paint remover will go through the dirt, but it will get a much better and faster, less spots that you'll have to work through if you get a nice, clean work area for it to really grab onto that metal. For it to really grab on to that metal. Oh shit. Really let it grab onto that metal. Hanging out down the street, same old thing we did last week. There we go. That's all we'll be adding tonight. We did last week. All this gasoline. Give me a second, guys. We'll take this gasoline outside. Make my house smell like gas. I got the gasoline outside. Got the gasoline. Honestly, I might put this outside also so that all that gas evaporates. Take these side plates off real fast. I'm gonna take these side plates off real fast and then take this outside so all the gas can evaporate before we work on it too much. Alright, so I believe it's gonna be behind the little tags. So we need a small fillet. Small fillets. Small fillets. WD, just in case. I don't want to be stripping anything. This one's too small. Need a bigger Phillips. Smaller. That looks about the right size, maybe. I'm gonna get new screws for these. These look trashed. There she is. What is that? A fucking 10 mil? Who's this? 11? 7/16. Pretty much an 11. Where's the 10? Too small, too big. I don't want to strip it. Is this 10? It's an 11. Shit. 11's too big. It's a fucking 10. Where's my 10 at? Oh, I put them upstairs. Oh, Rob. Maybe we're doing the other thing. Alright. 10 millimeter in my hands. Give that a minute to get down in that bolt. There it is. We got it. Hey, we got it. Yeah, whatever. Fall on the ground. I don't care. Paint job. Oh no. They skimped out on the paint job. Well, I promise you, what? She'll look better than this. one side off. Back to the other. To the other side. We will definitely need new screws. Not exactly sure where I'll find those. I probably should order them online. We got 10 milligram. I think she's ready to go outside to let all the gasoline evaporate. She doesn't really smell that bad. Where'd my little paint kit just go? For my stripper. I'm blind as a bat. I finished doing this one. I got the stuff right here. What do I do with the little dish? What do I do with the little dish? I'm losing my mind. Look, I'm only working right here. What do I do with the dish? Fuck. Alright, I guess we'll use a new dish. I don't know where that dish is. I got more paint brushes, so that's not a big deal. That's probably more than what I needed, but that'll be alright. Let me throw some gloves on. Throw some glovies on. I don't know who's in here, but what's up, what's up? Working on the 1965 Honda. Nobody in here talking, just hanging out. People just got their phones in the room with me. That's cool. Any stoners in here? As soon as I'm done painting up this tank here, fuel tank. We'll go smoke some cannabis and then we'll probably end the live because this is all we're doing tonight is a bunch of stripping. And the first coat didn't leave enough for us to strip for, you know, like 2 hours worth of content. So I'm gonna just do what I can with you guys, and then I'll bring you guys back tomorrow in about 12 hours when this is on its way to becoming a silver bike, because once we strip all the color off of it, she'll have no color at all. No color at all. There we go. Now we take that piece of plastic that we cut and we throw it over the tank. a little smush, 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 because this smears that stuff around nice and even like. Get it much better. Anybody wondering? It works so good. If you do it like this, just touch plastic to it. There we go. I'll let you guys see. Oh, look at that. It's already working. What did we do? That like 30 minutes ago? It's hard to tell, but it's all bubbly and stuff. Not bubbly enough. Not bubbly enough. Oh, we did not need that much, but. Yeah, put this one right there. And we'll just like take a whole bunch of this stuff on it. Like, cake it. And then we will roll it up inside the plastic. Because this is like a little piece. We want this stuff to really work its magic with this little itty bitty piece. There we go. We can pull our gloves off. Put them in that glove. Still got more than half a tank of that. Of the stripper. We do have respirators for when we do our painting. When we actually do the painting, which we will also be doing outside. So we do have our respirators for when we do the spray painting. Check that out. Look at it getting bubbly. Just pulling that paint right off. Just pulling the paint right off. All right. Just go smoke, and then that's it for me tonight, guys. Appreciate you hanging out while we work on the 1965. Oh, let me make sure my back door's locked. I don't live in the best of neighborhoods. Back this up next to the door. Door is locked. Window is shut. Make sure everything's out of the way. Don't want anybody tripping over my shit because it is everywhere right now while I work on this bike. Tools out of the way a little bit so nobody's tripping on anything. That looks pretty good. I don't want anybody's toes hitting anything sharp either. Laundry's down here, so my lady comes down every once in a while. All right. I think that's good for tonight, guys. 1965. I should have done a series on this. I guess I can still go through and do like little clips of me working on it. Take my hat off. Shoes off. Front door is locked. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta order a new spark plug. touching up my hands. Figure out how to get an air filter for that thing, a new one. Cheers. Yeah. Oh. All right, guys. Stay medicated, stay motivated. Your friendly neighbors.